Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to build this. This is actually a bike stand that I actually got from ideas from GMBN over Blake. Just recently did a video on this and doing some garage just kind of cleanup and organization. So very simple design. It's actually going to attach up to the wall like this. The tire sits in top. Very simple design. Hopefully you guys can use this or one similar to this. And we'll kind of get to it and show you guys what it all gets into it, and hope you guys enjoy. So before we get started, I want to kind of show you why I'm building a rack. I've got kind of a ramp I built in a previous video here, just kind of leaning up on the side, as you can see, and I've got my pump, I've got the rack for the truck, and just some brooms. But then also, all the way over here, I've got a shelf of just some different, my sealants, my shock pump, Allen keys, random stuff, tape. And then on the other side of the garage, I've got this rolling island, which has some more tools underneath the doors and the drawer as well. So trying to get some organization in here, more specifically with this wall for the bike rack. We're gonna have vertically. Going to create some more organization. The organization stuff will come later, but I got a lot of this and kind of got inspired from GMBN. Blake, he did a video recently on building this same bike rack and doing some more bike storage. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to kind of show you using a very simple design that they've kind of created and how easy it is to put together, how simple it is, and then just kind of how I've done my organization and will be doing in the future here. So hope you enjoy, like the video, and hopefully you guys get something out of it. So here is the different cuts that we will need for this rack. This here is going to be the supports that are going to be up against the wall. It's about 30 inches. This will be the cuts that actually the tire sits in. This is going to be about 22 inches. These are going to be the angled braces. They're about 16 inches. And then these are 3-inch cubes that will actually be separating the space. This is kind of where the tire width comes in. And so I use 3 inches, just kind of give it a little bit of space in case we update the tires. Also, I use construction screws for a lot of my builds. The reason being is that they pull the wood in really nicely, having this kind of gap here at the top. So as you screw in, it really pulls the pieces together really nicely. So this is what I'm using, Grip Right construction screws, number 8, 2 inches. They work great. They use the star bits. Really recommend those for when you're building stuff. And I also use wood glue to help just pull everything together and keep it secure. Also, you'll see in the description all the cut list and the sizes that we use and size that we use in here. So if you need kind of go back on that, just look in the description, you'll see the cut list there. A cool trick is if you actually tape the end that you're cutting with your blade, it actually helps prevent there from being a lot of chips. Guys, if you don't have a drill press, no sweat. It's just a tool that I have, so it makes things super easy. I'm doing the same thing on, this is the brace that's gonna go on the back wall. I just measured 8 inches from the top. I'm gonna be drilling a hole right in the middle in there as well. You definitely want to use a drill bit and drill in pilot holes in everything that you're working on, because if not, if you don't drill these holes, the wood will split, and then you're just gonna ruin the integrity of what you're building, and it's not gonna last. So make sure you do those pilot holes. They'll make your job a lot easier, but also make your job last. So once we get these two braces done, now we just gotta attach them into the center with these 3 blocks right here. We're just gonna go down at the end, the 2 ends, and then one up here at the top between these 2 here. So that way your tire doesn't fall out, obviously. All right guys, so I'm gonna be attaching this rack up here on the wall. I'm just attaching it straight to the cinder block. I'm not gonna put up a finish on here. That's actually gonna be something I'm gonna be doing in this whole garage at a later time. So what I'm actually using, I'm gonna be using some concrete tapcon screws. What I did, I just kind of marked the holes already underneath, so you can actually kind of see these marks here on the wall. And so I'm gonna use those as my target, so I can take my drill and attack this now. Guys, it would be ideal to have a masonry drill bit. I had some tools stolen from my garage earlier in the year, and I forgot that my drill bits were one of those things that were stolen. So I actually just have a standard titanium bit here, and so I was able to get through with this, but just know that you're probably going to ruin your drill bit if you use something besides a masonry bit. Alright guys, so here's the bike rack. Bike up on the wall. You can actually see that I used the center spacer down about mid-level instead of up at the top. And that's just so that way there's more clearance for the tire. So that way the tire sits a little bit lower inside the brace here. But this is kind of where we're at. Pretty good. You'll actually see I have liquid nails used on the wood to help connect it to the wall, and that's just because my cinder block is actually very crumbly, and when I used the tapcon screws they weren't holding very well, and so when I used the liquid nails that actually held it in really nicely. So I'm actually going to go back over and clean it up and give it a better overall finish. Guys, I hope you're able to use this design. Not many of you will be using the cinder block or be attaching to a cement wall, but if you are, do make sure that the tapcon screws grab really well before you throw your bike up there. You don't want that falling. If it is not holding well, you can also use some anchors. That would work as well. I decided to try out the liquid nails, and that's been working really well. So the next step is on the rest of the wall over here is going to be my setup to set up the ramp. I'm actually going to use a rack for the ramp that'll actually serve also as a work stand rack for the bike too. So that'll be pretty cool. And then I'll have other additional storage pieces that I'm going to use on the other side of the wall here. So it'll be pretty cool. Hopefully you guys get a lot out of this. Hope you guys are able to use this design too for your bikes. And thanks for watching, guys.